What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Baseline to Baseline and my preseason top 25 basketball teams. Today, I'm covering my number 2 team in the nation, and that is Baylor. Baylor University out of Waco, Texas. This team was good last year. They got most of the kids back. They lost a couple of good kids, but they bring in some more kids that they shouldn't really skip a beat and should actually be better. The strengths of this team, they've got great guards. They're very versatile. This team is loaded with 3-level scorers. They have experience on both ends of the floor. So I think this should be a great year for Baylor, for them to make their best chance of making a Final Four run. So let's talk about the weaknesses. They should score more. Someone's going to have to. Butler's getting 16 a game. Teague was getting 13 a game. But their talent says you all should be scoring a lot more than 71 points. At least 91. At least 91. Good thing I'm not coaching Baylor, because we would break Oklahoma's record that they had when Billy Tubbs was coaching in 1985. They scored over 4,100 points. We would bust that. But anyway, defensively, they don't have any weaknesses. But anyway, let's start off with their guards. Jared Butler is a preseason All-American pick. He's a 6'2" point guard. He's a 3-level scorer that can get his shot off. He's great off the dribble, making his moves, getting his shot off. He's got deep shooting range. He's a good passer. He's a leader. A lot of people were surprised that he came back for this year and didn't throw his name into the draft, but he came back, and so that's the best start that they could be off to with him being back. The next guard is Maceo Teague, who is a combo guard, shooting guard, combo guard. He's a 3-level scorer. He can get to the hole. He shoots a set shot. He's going to need to use his legs more on his shot, but he can play. He's great off the dribble. He's great at finishing at the basket. He gives them experience. So that backcourt with Butler and Teague is one of the best in the nation. The other one is Davion Mitchell, who's about 6'2". I guess he's 6'2". He's a great athlete. He's a 3-level scorer. He started off his career at Auburn, and then he left Auburn, which was a good thing, to go to Baylor. He averaged about 9 points a game last year, and this kid is capable of getting a lot more than 9 points a game. But he's fitting into that system, and he is a versatile scorer. He reminds me a lot of Donovan Mitchell with the Jazz. Not as big, not as quite good of a shooter, but he doesn't get a whole lot of shots because they have so much talent and a lot of kids to share the ball with. But he's talented, he's capable, and he's a lockdown defender. The next guard is a transfer. His name is Adam Flagler. He's a 6'3" combo guard who's a 3-level scorer who can score the ball. He transferred from Presbyterian. He had big games at Presbyterian against UCLA and Kentucky. So the spotlight will not be a problem for him. I think he'll come in. I don't think that Baylor will miss a beat with him coming off the bench, or even if he goes with a heavy guard lineup. But he's a great player who will be able to score all 3 levels for him. Then you have L.J. Cryer, who's a freshman. He's a 6-foot point guard. He is a 3-level scorer. He's quick. He can get his own shot off. He doesn't have a problem with that. He's a good distributor. He is a capable scorer with this team. They've got a lot of people that can score, so there's a lot of ball sharing to do, but he's capable of having big nights. That's one thing about this team. They have a lot of guards that can have good big nights. He's a good finisher at the rim and a good passer. Moving to the forwards, you have Mark Vital, who's a 6'5". He's a small forward, but you can plug this kid in anywhere. power forward, small forward. In a game of small ball, you can put him at center like the Rockets did with PJ Tucker, but he sacrifices a lot of offense. He's a two-level scorer. I've seen him make threes, but he's a two-level scorer, but he only averages about 6 points a game. Like I said, he does so much for this team that he sacrifices a lot of his offense. But he's a high-energy guy. He's a defender. And like I say, he can pass. He does everything this team needs. He's a leader, and his experience is going to be a key factor with this team. The next kid I want to cover is Tristan Clark, who's a senior. He's a 6'8" power forward. Tristan, his sophomore year, had a big year. He was one of the better players in the Big 12. He hurt his knee, and he came back. He didn't play much last year because of the knee. And he came back and, well, he played, but he was hurt. He was still hurt. And I'm rooting for this kid because, one, I don't want to see anyone get hurt. But I'm rooting for this kid because he can really play. And if he's 100% or even 90%, this puts Baylor at another level. He was that good. He's smooth. He's athletic. He can score from 15 in. He's really nice around the basket. He's good at getting his shots off around the basket and getting to the basket off the dribble from about 15 or 17 feet in. I'm rooting for you, kid. I'm hoping that you come back strong. You make Baylor a different team when you're healthy. The next forward I want to cover is a junior. His name is Matthew Mayer, 6'8", small forward, shooting guard. Great shooter. He's a good athlete, three-level scorer. The main thing he's going to have to do is pick up his consistency. And sometimes it's hard to do when you're with a team that is so loaded with perimeter players and versatility as a plus for this team. But he is going to get playing time. He's a veteran. He's capable of having big nights, as I said. And I think that this will be a good year for Matthew. I really do. The next kid I want to cover is Dane Danger, 6'8" power forward. He's a big body. This kid is fun to watch. He is fun to watch. He is the ultimate stretch four. You can put the ball in his hands and he can make plays off the dribble. He's a great passer. He's a two-level scorer. He's really tricky with the ball. But this kid has skills. This kid really has some skills. He can handle the ball out on the floor easily. It really adds to Baylor's versatility with all the guards they have, giving a player his size, 6'8", that can be versatile. And this Baylor team can always have 4, if not 5, people that can handle that ball on the floor, which makes them versatile. The next player is Jordan Turner, who sat out last year. He took a red shirt year. He's a 6'7" small forward, shooting guard. He's a great shooter, got great range on his shot. He can play the 2 or the 3. He's going to vie for playing time because of his skills and the way he shoots the ball. Like I say, he can play the 2 or the 3, and he's a 3-level scorer. The next player is another freshman, who's Zach Loveday, who's a 6'11" stretch 4. He's a left-hander, got great shooting touch, great feel for the game, great hands, good footwork, can put it on the floor, and can get to the basket too at 6'11". He's good enough to get playing time. And this is a loaded team, but he's good enough to get playing time. Like I say, he's a left-handed stretch 4, and he's good. He can really play. They've got a numbers game with him, but he's capable. The next forward I'm going to cover is Flo Thamba, who's a 6'10" power forward. He's active. He's a good rebounder. He can finish at the rim and in the paint with touch. He's a good defender. He's capable of blocking shots also. Another athletic player. The next player, and I'm getting ready to butcher your name, Jonathan Textual. I wasn't supposed to butcher Jonathan. Jonathan Techahoa, who's 6'8", he's strong, athletic, runs the floor well. He can go rim to rim and play catch and lob and put it away. He's a good motor and a good defender and rebounder. The last kid I'm going to cover on that list is Jonathan Moffett, who's a 6'5" small forward, who's another option that can shoot. This team does not lack anything athletically. They've got everything you would want in a team. Low post scoring. If Tristan Clark is healthy, it makes them a bigger threat. But they've got so many people that can drive and set you up that they will score in the paint. Offensively, like I said, this team needs to score more than 71 points a game. This team is good enough. They ought to be getting close to 100, at least 91. Defensively, they're versatile. He played a lot of man. He used to play a lot of 1-3-1 and man to go along with it. He got away from doing a whole lot of the 1-3-1. This team could play a great amoeba defense. And this team could play an amoeba defense 3/4 court and give teams trouble. But they need to score more. They're going to lock you down. They've got defenders. They're going to lock you down. They need to put that ball in the hole, though. Coaching-wise, do they have the coach that can get them over the hump and win a Final Four? I think they do. I mean, Jim Boeheim won it once at Syracuse. He won it once. So it's possible. And I thought Drew's job was on the hot seat about 5 or 6 years ago, but they stuck with him, and which was good. They stuck with him, that they did. And hopefully it's going to pay off for them this year with a Final Four run. But they could win it. Like I said, Boeheim won it at Syracuse. He's been there 118 years.